The aerial perspective. Dramatic vistas from the sky. The bird's eye view. From frosty mountain peaks to calming ocean waters. There's something special about seeing the world from this angle. Something refreshing about seeing things from a drastically different perspective than on the ground. Many of my favorite images have been captured on my drone. It's become one of my favorite pieces of gear and is a staple for me whenever I travel. Unfortunately, however, it's not as simple as just showing up to a location and letting it rip. Since the drastic increase in drone popularity, governments around the world have put in place policies and regulations to keep drones out of the sky. And in a lot of situations, this is a good thing. But it does make it a lot harder to fly your drone whenever you travel. It's not as simple as just showing up to a location and taking off. So today, I'm going to show you my process for finding places that I know are safe to fly and walk you through what I do in order to fly when I'm on the road. So right now, I'm in Big Sky, Montana for a wedding. The first thing I usually do whenever I'm traveling is simply Google the location I'm in and then drone policies and laws. So Big Sky drone policy. Pretty quickly, since this is a ski resort, I find a page on their website that says you can't fly drones here. Drones aren't allowed anywhere on the mountain or anywhere inside of the resort. So I'm going to have to look somewhere else. In order to find places when I'm traveling, when I'm unfamiliar with the area, I like to use an app on the App Store called AirMap. I've got it open right here, and what's really awesome about it is it will show you all of the flight advisories for an area in this nice nice interactive map. So opening it up here, we can see that we can't really fly where we are because we're actually in proximity of a hospital. This will also show you the radius for being around airports, since in the US you can't fly 5 miles within an airport. And then also in these red zones, these are national park areas. So if I zoom in on here, you see that this little icon is red. And if I go to the advisories, it's going to tell me, hey, this is a national park. You're not allowed to fly in here. Luckily, on our drive into Big Sky, we actually stopped at this really cool spot along the river that I know is right along one of these nearby highways. So I think if we zoom in here, we'll see that actually it is green. So I think this should be a safe place for us to fly. We can get the drone out, get some shots, hopefully, of the valley and the mountains and the river and that sort of thing. Just some fun stuff, and maybe take some cool photos. So now that we have our spot, we're pretty much good to go. And we can get off and go get flying.
All right, so we're here at our spot that we found on AirMap that should be completely clear to fly. No regulations, no hospitals nearby, no airports. We're not in the National Forest anymore, but the National Forest is right there, so I should actually be able to kind of get some footage of it. There's a lot of traffic noise, so if that is distracting, I apologize. It does kind of ruin the serenity of this nice flowing water, but I think everything's all good. Didn't see any extra signs. It's kind of the last thing I checked for. Nobody says you can't fly a drone here. Airspace is clear, which means it's time for us to get the drone out and get it in the air. Let's do it. All right, well, there you have it. I think this was a good exercise in showing, even when you're in places where it may be hard to fly your drone and regulations may be tight, with a little bit of investigation and research, you can find little pockets here and there if you really want to get up in the air. So I hope you enjoyed this video. My name is Alex. If you like this video, be sure to drop a like on it. If you want to see more content like this, travel, photography, that sort of thing, be sure to subscribe. And otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.